Hello, everybody. So, welcome to this little session, this little interview we're doing with Peter. So, Peter's part of our New Age Advisor group, which is a program that we've developed to help financial service pros kind of help them navigate the online world, really, and how to generate business using the internet, which is a massively untapped source for a lot of financial service pros. So, it's to give that guidance, really, and to help them produce business through it. So Peter's been with us. We've been doing the course for a year now, and Peter was one of the first. I think you even might have been the very first, Peter, but it was December. Can you remember? I think, yeah. It would have been.
November, December, that year.
Yeah, cool. So Peter's been with us for a year, and he's cracked on with it. He's one of the committed of our students, which is starting to reap the rewards of that. So well done, Peter, for cracking on with it and making it work. So basically, we're just going to ask you a few questions about your experience with it and what life was like before. So what was life like before you actually signed up? What were you up to in terms of like your lead gen and business growth? What were you up to?
Yeah, well, basically, it's kind of more, I would say, old school method. So you're kind of been in financial services for over 20 years. It's kind of the old kind of referrals, social events, networking events. And, when you get an appointment, try to get, names of referrals for that client. So that was the kind of thing. I did build a business from that. So it did generate me a good level of income, good level of business. But it's just, going back to what you said in that original call, it's not maybe scalable. So how do you, where you're at in the minute and you're maybe doing good business, but you don't take it to the next level. So that's where I was kind of at. I wanted to do something online. I wanted to, really, really, really push the online side of things, market and all that. But again, it was just, I didn't know where to start really. Yeah. That was really where I was at with it. Yeah. Where to start, and is there a process?
So you kind of saw the value in the online side of things, but you didn't have any kind of strategy to follow then. You just kind of like shooting in the dark. Is what we say?
So I've seen other businesses. Again, I would look at other businesses, maybe brokers or financial advisors, see what they're doing. And again, there wasn't a real structure. Maybe just random posts here, there, and everywhere. The posts might not have been personal. Maybe just cut and paste links for.
Yeah, see that all the time.
All stuff, and you're like, well, that's just not right, So again, I wanted to do something different. That's the thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think having that personal element really kind of is the key, really, which a lot of brokers don't get. I think they just pump out like like you say, just generic stuff that's not personalised to them, and it's about that personal thing to get people to kind of relate to you and what you're up to, and you as a person, as well as just a faceless brand, which a lot of people don't get. But yeah, so how have you found it, the process of the stuff that we've taught you? And
the whole process is good. Obviously, anybody who's under the course will see there's a structure, there's different elements to it, there's different sections. So it's really working through that at my own pace. So as you know, I've done the first sections, so it's more organic. Leads I was getting are organic way. So obviously we recommend you try that first before you get into paid advertising, which you want to do now. So again, I found that very useful. And again, you could, anything you weren't clear about, you could, go back and revisit it. Or again, the support from yourself is good because you just message you and you come back, try this, whatever. So that was good. But to say what the highlight for me really was the coaching calls. So I know I can't get when the coaching calls are on, but you record them and upload them. So that was really good for me because I would watch them back, and nearly every time I would watch something, there's something to learn there.
Yeah.
Something, take away from that, even if it's one piece of information for me, there's learning there. So again, that there's really good value in that. And again, it's good. Unfortunately, I can't be there to interact, but it's good that other people interact and bounce ideas off each other. So that for me is a vital part of the whole thing.
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people get a lot of value from, because obviously in the course content, obviously there's the two sides of it for people that don't know. So there is the kind of pre-recorded stuff that's like a set kind of strategy that's there ready and waiting for people. But yeah, I think it's key to provide that side of it, because people one, they want to ask questions and get live feedback, which we can do on these calls, but also stuff changes in digital marketing. So it's obviously, yeah, we do update the course content, but it's quicker to get stuff out, new stuff out. The quickest route to do that is through these calls that we do over Zoom every week. And like you said, it's now we're getting more, because we've been doing it for a year. Now we're getting more people involved. It's that bit of community element where everybody's helping each other out, and it's a bit of a like a mastermind kind of thing where people are sharing best practice, which is, because it is entrepreneurship, and being self-employed is quite a lonely place, isn't it? I know, because I just, like most weeks, I don't even see an adult human being sometimes when I'm just sat in this room cracking on. So it's nice to, like you say, just to kind of just throw ideas off people and get best practice from others.
I think the other thing to remember is, if I done a video or somebody else done a video, we've our own unique style, own unique, come across differently. So it's not as if we're eating into each other's competition.
No.
That's the bit I like about it as well, because everybody's unique, and
yeah,
it's good to share ideas.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing with the niche stuff as well that we do. Obviously, when you the first part of the program is about the niche stuff and really getting specific as to who you're going after. So everybody's going after different niches anyway. So it's not, you're not competing in that sense. And I don't think there's anybody that's close by geographically either in the program. So yeah, it's all, and there's enough business to go around, I think, anyway. So yeah, what's life like now for you, Peter? After obviously been doing it for a year, how's it?
Things have changed, so it's kind of most of all, it's given me a structure to go from, to work off. So again, whether it's the Facebook element in terms of posting or videos, I have a structure. I know what way I want to do it, what sequence to do it. So it gives me like a template to run off.
Yeah,
so that's the main thing. So I find that they're really helpful, that I'm not just doing stuff randomly.
Yeah, because you can't. I think a big part of social media is being consistent, and I don't think you can be consistent when you don't know what you're doing, when there's no strategy there to follow. A lot of people just post stuff one week and then they'll not do anything for another couple of weeks, then they'll just post some other crap because they just do it for the sake of it. But yeah, I think like you say, to have that structure, it just helps with that. When you know what to post, it just makes it easier, and it becomes kind of second nature in a way. But yeah, and what kind of, obviously you've done quite well out of it in terms of your initial investment. I think you've like 10x'd it, haven't you, from what you paid.
I was quite shocked until because you sent me a message to say, how you doing? So I looked at it, handed it back, and when I totaled it all up, I was like, yeah, I really have got a good return on that. Yeah, so really happy.
Yeah, it's always good to 10x an investment, isn't it? That's the aim of the game. And so, yeah, just leading on to that, would you recommend it, Peter?
Definitely, yeah. Anybody out there, wanting a structure, a format to run off, help and support. I'll be fair, I have looked at other people's programs, but your program is far superior, in my opinion. So want to put that out there. There's other companies there, but I say the support and everything else you do personally, that's what kind of swung it for me at the beginning. And it's throughout the year, mate. So it's kind of, it's very supportive, and you want your students to do well. So highly recommend it.
I appreciate that. But yeah, like you say, that's, I think, the thing that people need the support. You can buy courses, marketing courses, where you just left to get on with it. But yeah, I think one, you need the support, and two, the accountability as well. Because I do these courses myself, and I know you get distracted into doing things, and you want to do everything else but what you need to do to get you to where you need to be. So yeah, to have someone like, obviously Ross is good at keeping people accountable. Ross is obviously the mindset coach for people. We've got 3 coaches, myself, Ash Borland, and Ross. Ross is really good at keeping people accountable to make sure that they do what they need to do to get them onto that next level. But yeah, no, I appreciate your kind words, Peter. It's good to hear. But yeah, well, appreciate your time as well, mate. I think that's pretty much all I needed to go through. But yeah, for anybody that's interested in hearing more about the program, just give me a shout. I'm available on Facebook and LinkedIn at Dan Reddish. or we do a free training, which is at danreddishconsulting.uk. But yeah, I appreciate your time again, Peter, and I'll catch up with you soon, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Take care.
You too.